I called out PETA on the Twitter, the PETA, for their campaign to put down thousands and thousands of animals. And they actually responded. Hello, everyone. This is Mr. Obvious, bringing you the obvious. And today, on the Twatters, so first we gotta look at the original post. So this is what PETA posted on their page in response to Pokemon. Honestly, it's next level low IQ. And I'm just gonna explain here, walk you through this. PETA, love the new hashtag Pokemon Wooloo. They have a special message for all their future trainers. Shit-eating wink. Hashtag Pokemon Sword and Shield. I'm not your Wooloo sweater. Someone replies here, an extremely fluffy body. The white fur that covers their bodies grows throughout their lives, and it will fully grow back in 3 months, even if the Wooloo has been completely shorn. The fur is used for clothing and carpets and the like, and is very popular as a specialty product of the Galar region. Okay, so this is next level stupid, and, it's PETA, so of course, they're really dumb. They have the IQ of mice, and that might be an insult to mice. If you don't shear a sheep, the fur will overgrow and it will die. They've been bred for this. This is how they are now. So here's my response. Seriously, at PETA, is next level stupid. Will somebody tell them if you don't shear sheep, they will literally die because their wool overgrows? Hashtag PETA needs to be banned already. They're an animal hate group that slaughter thousands of strays every year. And we're going to look at the evidence for that soon. So PETA replies directly to me. In nature, sheep do not need to be sheared. This is a human-created problem. The wool industry genetically manipulates sheep to grow more wool than is natural for sheep in order to gain more profit. So, I want you to notice the corporate sidestepping here because this is basically what they do, and I'll highlight that with my response. So, we should just slaughter all the sheep who live happy, healthy lives and produce wool which we use for clothes and products. You're literally living up to your genocidal tendencies. LMAO. Jailed infant also brings another good point up, and we'll take a look at that. That's the evidence. Pets are a human-created problem, therefore pets must be destroyed. And that's exactly the point. PETA is so self-righteous, so delusional, that they think that the proper response to domesticated sheep, literally look at the Wikipedia page. Sheep husbandry is practiced throughout the majority of the inhabited world and has been fundamental to many civilizations. We've been breeding them for a long time. And this is the breed now. They produce a lot of wool. They need to be sheared. They live relatively peaceful lives. So they're basically saying we gotta destroy all the animals. Jellied Infant also posts here another good point. This is what happens when a sheep escapes and they're not sheared. It overgrows and they'll usually die from overheating or falling over. Manrock Dan Rye says, they don't care about animals. They're the environmental equivalent of Westboro. Addicted to attention and telling others what to do, authoritarians. And yeah, that's a really good point. PETA is absolutely insane. So there's 2 articles here that we're going to look at, and they're both exposing PETA. I wouldn't have made this video. I wouldn't have made it, but PETA had the nerve to respond to me, Mr. Obvious. So we're going to tell the people the obvious. Here on PETAKillsAnimals.com. It has a bunch of evidence. There's a blog. You can take action. Great website. Let's read. Why does PETA kill cats and dogs by the thousands instead of finding them homes? Simply, PETA does not believe in pet ownership. Ingrid Newkirk has called pet ownership an abysmal situation. She further elaborated on her goal of destroying the human-pet bond. If people want toys, they should buy inanimate objects. If they want companionship, they should seek it with their own kind. Do you know what that sounds like? You literally sound like you think that animals are more valuable than human beings. To be honest, I kind of agree. Although we are animals. So the whole argument falls apart. In the end, I think it would be lovely if we stopped the whole notion of pets together, she said. So now, this is what she's saying. All the pets that we've domesticated that have walked with us for thousands of years, a symbiotic relationship like man and wolves to dogs. Oh, we should just... It's unethical. So if those animals can't take care of themselves, PETA would rather put them in the ground, put them down. Liberate them, save them. These are animal serial killers. They're psychopaths. Okay, that's not using the word correctly. Sociopaths. PETA is They're sociopaths. They're absolutely insane. They're doing it for a higher cause. They're like those militarized vegans, or like the eco-terror, where people do horrible stuff for a greater cause because they're so convinced they're right. Ridiculously, PETA has argued that outdoor cats should be summarily killed instead of allowed to live. You know the worst part of that? I understand maybe a dog not understanding how to take care of itself because it's so far removed from wolves, although there's plenty of evidence to suggest that, wild dogs can in fact form packs and hunt. But cats are really good at taking care of themselves. They can catch mice, birds, they decimate animal populations. So they're killing them for no reason other than, oh my God. I don't even think PETA loves animals. I think they hate them. In a 2014 interview with the Washington Post, Newkick argued that outdoor cats would be better off dead because they might contract a future illness or be hit by a car in the future. Man, I want to be the funny guy in this episode, but, this is just making me genocidal. You know what, PETA? You're human. You're full of human beings. You're run by human beings. You might commit a crime in the future. You might hurt someone. Therefore, we're going to have to put you down, maybe put you in jail. That way you can't commit any crimes and can't hurt anyone. Flip this situation. How much logical sense does that make? I feel like I'm watching Minority Report. In PETA's twisted mind, it's more humane to euthanize the animals than for a hypothetical harm to befall them in the future. Yet they're sociopaths. They shouldn't be allowed to exist. They shouldn't. We need more animal abuse laws so that we can take down PETA. Similarly, PETA has also argued in courts that elephants are better off being killed than living in American zoos where they are cared for. I despise this organization. Zoos are one of the only things that keep endangered species alive and breeding. PETA doesn't care about animals. They don't care about animals. They're idiots. They literally could not care less. They just want to slaughter everything because they're absolutely insane. They are yandere, okay? They're absolutely off the rockers. PETA's pro-killing attitude is part of its core, and it should shock any animal lover. Doesn't shock me. I've known about them for decades. Yeah, my ex, although I don't really talk about her much, she was a sweet girl, but she fell down the rabbit hole of leftism. Like, she took the blue pill, and that's one of the things that red-pilled me early in life. Oh, she supported PETA, she supported veganism, she grew increasingly extreme. There's this narrative that right-wingers make people more extreme. No, it's the left. The left are the radicalizers. They make everyone insane. This is where leftism leads. Proof PETA kills animals. The Virginia Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services requires all animal shelters to report the numbers of cats and dogs they take in each year. The records indicate how many cats and dogs were reclaimed by their owners, adopted out, transferred to other Virginia releasing agencies, transferred to out-of-state releasing agencies, died of natural causes, or euthanized. We obtain the reports by filing public record requests under Virginia's Sunshine Laws. This information is from 2004 and 2010, and it also has animals classified as other from 2004 to 2009. Okay, so let's look at this. Dogs and cats killed by PETA. In the year of 2018, they received 2,000 animals. They transferred 600 of them. 35 were adopted, 1.42% of the original number. How many were killed, you ask? 1,700. 71% of the animals that were in the care of PETA were slaughtered. Genocide. And this is actually not their high score. If we take a further look down, we can see that in 2009, they killed the vast majority of animals they adopted, 97.3%. They killed 2,300 animals. They got 8 adopted, 31 were transferred. They received 2,300. Are you seeing the numbers here? They don't maintain a kill rate of lower than 70%. These genocidal, sociopathic maniacs need to be banned. You want to know why? Because I'm a true animal lover. And I, in fact, think animals are better than people in many cases. Although, yes, of course, humans are animals. PETA needs to be banned. They need to be destroyed. They need to go. Ban it. It should be banned. There's no way an organization like this should be allowed to exist. State Inspector likens PETA shelter to a euthanasia clinic because that's what it is. They literally kill the vast majority of animals that go into their care. It's sickening. So here's a little chart maybe to help you visualize it better. The light gray represents euthanasia. They put down the animal, and adoption/transfer is the dark one. 2004, 2005, 2006. and it doesn't get any better. So in comparison to statewide animal shelters, their euthanasia and adoption rates are about half and half. Compare that to PETA. Based on his investigation, Kovich made the following determination. The findings of the site visit support the assertion that PETA does not operate a facility that meets the statutory definition of an animal shelter, as the primary purpose is not to find permanent adoptive homes for animals. Yeah, it's to slaughter them. PETA lies. They say, oh, we're not doing it. They were sued for killing a family pet once because they literally stole someone's pet and put them down. PETA officials paid children to lure his family dog off his porch, and then they put him down. PETA denied this, even though they did it. They're dirty. They're evil. I really cannot stress this enough. They're a horrible organization. They're extremists. That's what they are. It pisses me off. They're allowed to operate. You can look for more information here on this website, PETAkillsanimals.com. Okay, visit it. Now, here's another article. There's no such thing as humane wool when it's left on sheep. Why sheep shearing is absolutely necessary for sheep welfare. So this is another article that talks about what's going on. The excess of wool impedes the ability of sheep to regulate their body temperatures. This can cause sheep to become overheated and die. Urine and other dirty materials become trapped in the wool, attracting flies and other pests, which is not good for health. Sheep with large amounts of animal wool can become immobilized and more susceptible to attacks. So there are guidelines for caring for sheep. PETA wants you to believe that this is evil. The animals find relief when they get sheared because it gets off all the heavy wool. And, like I said, the conditions are humane. They don't use shears. They literally just shave the sheep. It's really quick. It doesn't hurt the animal. I'll leave a link to this article as well. The key point here is that PETA has the nerve to go around calling itself an animal activist organization, when in reality, they're an animal genocide organization. They despise animals, and they think that the best thing, the way to save animals, is to put them down. Despicable. But that's merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. What do you think about PETA? What do you think about this story? Have I stooped too low to replying to these nut jobs? Be sure to let me know. Now, if you want to support the work I do, you can do so by joining me on Patreon, Subscribestar. Both of those will get you access to Fight Club. No biggie, just a little bonus. You can also donate via PayPal. PayPal also has monthly options if you would prefer that. One of the best ways you can help is sharing the video, post it on the social media. As always, thanks for watching. This has been Mr. Obvious, and I'll see you all next time. I wonder how many people actually watch till the end.